What's going on, people? This is Mr. Pac with the TMP podcast, and I want to welcome everybody to another little episode or mini episode of the podcast, where I give you guys what's going on recently on social media. And I do it for a lot of people that don't have Instagram, a lot of people that don't have Facebook, a lot of people that don't have TikTok, because there's a lot of people that don't mess with those platforms, with that kind of social media. A lot of people are on YouTube. They prefer YouTube, even though they get a little later, and they just rather stay on YouTube. So all the YouTube supporters, all the YouTube subscribers, all the people that watch these episodes and support me, I thank you in advance. And without you, this platform wouldn't be possible. Here we go, man. Like I said, 50 at it again. Now he's going at him and Nicki Minaj went at it on Instagram or Twitter. They were throwing shots at each other, because 50 Cent, he was at this Paris thing. I don't know, he was doing some stuff. He's always working. Shout out to him. And he was saying that he stays away from politics because that kind of stuff could basically come bite you in the ass. If you really don't know what you're talking about, if you really don't know what's going on, if you just chime into it, if you're just, because you want to get some clout, because you want to, do that kind of business when it's not your business, it could bite you in the ass. That's basically what 50 was saying. And Nicki clapped back at 50 Cent on Twitter. They went back and forth. And 50, basically said, what, Nicki, if I suggest, basically saying, I suggest just leave me alone because you don't want to be the next victim, basically saying, that's what he tried to say. That's the way I, got that message, and she didn't say nothing back after that. They didn't say that she said nothing back. They showed the back and forth. But now 50, he just had an opinion. And Nicki, I guess she felt some type of way, and she clapped back at 50 Cent. And like I said, they exchanged some tweets. And, it was kind of shocking, man, because Nicki didn't continue to, go at 50 once 50 said, you better chill the F out before you're the next victim that I put on blast. You know what I mean? So 50 knows stuff from a lot of these artists, man. And, 50 gets a lot of backlash too, and a lot of hate, because they say that 50, he's a snitch, 50's a cop, this and that. But we known 50, he's been doing that with all his beefs. When he was rapping, when he was dropping music, he's been doing this. He's been fucking bullying people. He's been making people look bad. That's his persona. That's his image. So I don't know why a lot of people, get surprised or shocked that, oh my God, 50 Cent did this, 50 Cent did. Like, come on, man. Like, we know 50, that's who 50 is. That's how he basically came into the game, bullying people and making fun of people and exposing people. He exposed Ja Rule. He exposed all the Murder Inc. Jay. He went back and forth with Jay-Z. Jada Kiss, Fat Joe, The Game, even his own members from his camp, Young Buck. He kind of exposed Lloyd Banks a little bit. He's done it, man. 50's crazy, man. He's crazy, and that's why I said I don't know why a lot of people act shocked about when 50 does stuff like this, especially if you're his number one enemy, especially if you do something to that man and that man is not gonna let go, man. He's like a fucking pit bull, like, how pit bull, he bites and he doesn't let go. That's the way I see it, you know what I mean? And Diddy, he was, going back and forth with Diddy, for a lot of years, and then finally he, grabbed Diddy, like he bit, pause, right? That's sounds so weird, but he bit Diddy, and he didn't let it. He didn't let go, and that's what he's doing right now. So 50 is like a pit bull, man. Once he bites you, he ain't gonna let go until he, sees that he's ripping some skin, Pause, man. Pause. I don't know why I'm sounding like this, but y'all get the point. I'm not going to keep going with this. But yeah, man, I mean, 50 and Nicki, they're going at it. See if Nicki, responds to 50 again. But like I said, basically she just, stayed quiet after 50 Cent said that. He's like, you know what? You better chill the F out before I expose you, before you're the next victim. So, Nicki, if you got some skeletons in your closet and 50 knows about it, you better stay away from that man, because I'm telling you, you're going to ruin your career, Nicki. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you heard about it. Let me know if you are going to chime into it. And if you already heard something that I didn't hear, let me know in the comments. Comment, people. Like, share, subscribe. And you already know, work on top of work. Let's go.